Hi, this is a brief recording on the funding portal, how to log in onto it, and a little bit about the tabs on the portal. If you're new to funding, you should have received from us a link to the web address where the portal is, as well as a username and a password. If you're missing any of these, please get in touch with us and we will update you on those. So to start, I'm going to share what the portal looks like. Here we go. So this is the sign-in page you should see when you use the link that we have sent to you. You need to pop your username into the box, press next, and then enter your password. Again, we should have given you your username and your password. If you have forgotten your password, please get in touch with us for us to reset it. The forgot password button here won't work, so you just need to contact us. We'll reset it for you. It's not a problem at all. So you need to sign in. Now, some settings get an error message coming up. Not very many, but the odd one does. If that happens to you, click on this circle on the right-hand side. It gives you an account management option, and then you can change your password, and usually you can get into the main portal that way. Again, it's very few settings that that error message comes up with. You can ignore this page. Once you get logged in, you should get a page that looks like this. Okay, this is your home page for the funding portal. You can see where this blue box is on the top. There's 4 tabs: Home, Forms, Funding, and Sufficiency. You can ignore Sufficiency. We don't use that. And we'll click on the Forms button. I'm highlighting this for you because there is a form that you do need to use every year. It's called the Early Year Census. You're required to complete a census once a year in January. We will email you as that's coming up and tell you the deadlines and so forth that you need to complete that. But when you're looking for it, that's where it is. So on the portal under Forms, Early Years. The other forms are not anything you need to worry about now. We don't ask for leaver forms anymore, and we send out updates to you separately. And the local offer is also, we contact you about that separately. You don't need to do that through the portal. The third tab is funding. This is one that you're going to use quite a bit, so it's good to become familiar with it. Here is the list of previous years, and the current term is summer 23-24. If I click on that, that'll give me a summary of what I've claimed so far. So there's 3 different funding types: families in need funding, fee, which is the free early years entitlement, and that's for 3 and 4-year-olds, and then the 2-year-old funding. If your setting does not accept funded 2-year-olds, or you don't have any families in need funding that you access, then those won't be there. You may well only have the fee, which is the free early years entitlement. If I click on that, it'll give me a summary of the claims I've made so far and the money that I've received. I have not put any claims in yet for the summer term, so this is currently blank, but you can see the summary is broken down to universal funded and extended funding and the amount you received and the number of hours you've claimed for. When you're completing your month or your term need funding declaration form, and it asks you the total number of hours you have claimed, you can find that here. You don't need to do the calculation separately. It's all calculated for you. So if you're doing that, have a look here. Right, we're going to go back. So, and if you want to look back to see what funding you've had previous years and previous terms, you can do that. You just click on a year. It gives you the 3 terms. You can look it up. The next tab is actuals. This is where you're going to put your actual claims in. So right now it is the summer term. So that is the only term that you can do claims for. You can't claim retrospectively for previous terms because those have already been paid, and we don't open up future terms until a few weeks before, or sometimes a month before the term starts. So right now we're in the summer term. If you're not getting this on the actuals, if it's not listing the term for you that where you need to do the claim, let us know and we'll double check to make sure that your setting is included in the funding for the term. So to make your claims, you're going to click on summer, choose the type of funding you're going to do. We've been talking about fee, click on that, and that's where you make your claims. We'll do a separate video about making claims. The next one is adjustments. You don't need to do anything with that. It's not a tab that we use. Then the fourth tab is the eligibility checker. This you can use to check the validity of 30-hour codes. So you may well want to do that in the run up to a term. So maybe now you want to check to see if the children you're expecting in the term coming up, if their codes are valid or not, or if you have new children starting, you want to check if their codes are valid, you can do that here. And again, we'll do a separate video on that. And that covers, and then the last tab is registered interests, which is not anything that we use, and also the sufficiency we don't use. So that's a quick overview of the funding portal, how you log on to it, and what the tabs are. So thank you for listening, and do check the other videos for, do check the other videos for further information, things like claiming for 2-year-olds, doing your fin funding, stretching hours, the 30 hours funding, and so forth. All right, thank you.